Welcome back to the channel where we bring you the latest insights, reviews, and deep dives into the world of performance cars. If you're passionate about speed, engineering, and that unmistakable sound of a V8, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming content. Today, we're talking about a car that's stirred up a lot of buzz, especially as muscle car fans look to the future with uncertainty. This is the 2026 Chevy Camaro SS, and whether you're a die-hard Chevy fan or just someone who appreciates raw American power, this version of the Camaro might be one of the most important yet. So let's get right into it. The 2026 Camaro SS arrives at a critical moment in automotive history. With the industry shifting rapidly toward electrification, hybrid powertrains, and smaller turbocharged engines, there's a sense that traditional muscle cars, as we know them, might be living on borrowed time. And while Dodge is already fully embracing electrification and Ford is straddling both sides with the Mustang, Chevrolet's been quiet. That is, until now. The 2026 Camaro SS is being described as a proper send-off, a celebration of everything that made the Camaro a legend. At its heart, still a naturally aspirated 6.2-liter V8. Yes, you heard that right. No turbos. No electric motors. Just a raw, fire-breathing small block V8 that delivers the goods the old-fashioned way. And it's making 480 horsepower in the SS trim. That's more than enough to make this car a serious contender in the muscle car wars. Now, while the powertrain hasn't changed dramatically from the outgoing model, there are plenty of updates across the board that make the 2026 Camaro SS feel fresh and refined. The exterior, for one, has been subtly but meaningfully reworked. You'll notice sharper lines, a wider front fascia, and a lower stance that gives the car a more aggressive, planted look. Chevy's designers have done a great job of balancing retro cues with modern performance design. Around the back, the taillights have been reshaped for a more angular, futuristic appearance, and the quad exhaust setup tells you everything you need to know before you even hit the ignition. This car means business. Inside, things get even more interesting. The cabin has seen a major upgrade in materials, tech, and layout. One of the biggest complaints about previous Camaros was visibility and a somewhat cramped interior. While the 2026 model doesn't completely reinvent the layout, it's clear that Chevy took feedback seriously. The dashboard now features a massive digital display that stretches across the driver's side and into the center console, similar to what we're seeing in the Corvette E-Ray and even some of the new Cadillac performance models. The graphics are crisp, customizable, and the infotainment system now supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. Seats have been recontoured for better lateral support, especially important if you're planning to track your SS or just push it on some twisty backroads. The SS trim comes standard with suede and leather touches, red contrast stitching, and optional Recaro buckets if you want the full performance experience. Underneath all of this is GM's Alpha 2 platform, which has been refined for better weight distribution and increased chassis rigidity. This translates to sharper handling and a more composed ride, even when you're putting the hammer down. Magnetic ride control is available, and if you've ever driven a Camaro with it, you know how much of a difference it makes in balancing everyday comfort with performance precision. Performance-wise, Chevy says the 2026 Camaro SS will do 0 to 60 in just about 3.9 seconds with the 10-speed automatic transmission. For those who want to row their own gears, the 6-speed manual is still available, and that's a big win for purists. Braking is handled by Brembo calipers at all four corners, and the optional track performance package adds even larger rotors, improved cooling ducts, a limited slip differential, and summer-only tires that help this beast stick to the pavement. One cool addition is Chevy's new performance data recorder system, which lets you capture video and telemetry while driving. Whether you're on a racetrack or a mountain pass, you can record your runs, analyze them, and share them. It's something we've seen in Corvettes before, and it's great to see it trickling down into the Camaro line. Now, let's talk sound. This might be one of the last Camaros with a V8, and Chevy made sure it doesn't disappoint. The dual-mode performance exhaust system comes standard on the SS, and it's glorious. On startup, there's a deep, resonant rumble that turns into a full-blown roar when you open it up past 4,000 RPM. It's the kind of sound that makes you turn your head when it passes by, and in a world full of quiet EVs, that counts for something. Fuel economy. It's not exactly the car's strong suit, but it's not terrible either. You're looking at about 16 miles per gallon in the city and around 25 on the highway with the automatic. But let's be honest, if you're buying a V8 Camaro SS, fuel economy probably isn't your top priority. So, who is the 2026 Camaro SS really for? It's for the enthusiasts. The ones who grew up with posters of Camaros on their bedroom walls. The ones who still believe that driving should be a visceral, loud, and physical experience. This car isn't about numbers on a spec sheet, though it has plenty of those. It's about connection. The connection between car and driver, between the road and the engine, and between a long-standing tradition and its final, glorious chapter. Chevy has hinted that this could be the last gas-powered Camaro as we know it. There might be a future electric Camaro, maybe even with performance credentials, but it won't be the same. That makes the 2026 SS a bit of a collector's item, not just a car, but a piece of history. Pricing starts around $49,000 for the SS, but with a few options and the track package, you're easily looking at mid-50s. Still, when you consider the performance, heritage, and the fact that this might be one of the last of its kind, it starts to feel like a bargain. So, what do you think? Is the 2026 Camaro SS the proper send-off this legendary nameplate deserves? Or should Chevy have done more? Let us know in the comments below, we love hearing your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives just like this, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.